Hey y'all, like I just need to vent. You know the whole situation I told y'all with my brother? Well, basically, listen here. I let my brother come and stay with me because he was being put out of his place because of whatever, something going on. There was like a gas leak or something. I don't know, but they were given a specific time, or at least they said that to put him out. So he had nowhere to go besides the shelter. So my mom comes to me and is telling me the whole situation about what happened. I'm like, that sucks, you know? Like, I lived in a shelter before I had my place, so I don't have no pity for nobody. So then she's like, well, he wanted to know if he'd be able to stay here on the weekends and just, you know, stay there Monday through Thursday, Friday, whatever, while he went to work, and then just be able to come on the weekends. So against my better judgment, I was like, okay, you know, that's fine. You know, he's not there during the week and ain't going to disturb too much. The weekends, I'm home, you know, whatever. You know, my brother is mentally ill. He is, I want to say he was diagnosed with anxiety and bipolarism and I think schizophrenia when he had a nervous breakdown about a year maybe ago. He don't take medication. He'll take it and he'll stop, and then he'll go and have his episodes. So I really didn't want that in my house, especially around my son, because, you know, you're liable to have an episode at any time. So I let him come and stay with me. So I said, you know, you can have 2 to 3 weeks. This is when I'm thinking it's the weekends. So my mom, he must have called my mom in the middle of the night, the first night inside of the shelter, and was like, he can't stay there. It's too dirty. My mom went and picked him up. Nobody called. Nobody woke me up and was like, Ashley, can he come here and stay? Nobody saying nothing. So next thing you know, my brother's just staying at my house. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? So I addressed the situation, like, what's going on? You said you were staying at a shelter, whatever here. So he's like, you know, asking me, pleading with me, you know, like, is it just like, you know, while till he finds a new place? This is when he was working. So I'm like, yeah, fine, yeah, okay. I was just like, you have 2 to 3 weeks tops. You cannot stay here. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment as it is. My mom stays there with me. My son's there with me. Like, I can't have nobody else inside of my apartment. And I didn't, you know, my landlord and stuff, and I got nosy neighbors. So I'm like, 3 weeks tops, and you got to go, whether you find something or not. This is what we agreed upon. Well, the 3rd week was this week. Just passed was the 3rd week. We going into a 4th one already. And I'm like, nothing. Then this nigga gets fired or quits his job. Whatever happened, I don't know, because he lies so freaking much. He's been sitting on my couch. So when I noticed it, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Why are you're home every day? Why are you sitting on my couch? Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, telling me the story about what happened, whatever. I think the nigga got fired. I think that's what happened. Excuse my language. But he ain't been looking for a job. And so I checked, like, the 2nd week. I'm like, okay, so what's going on? Well, how can I help you? How can I help you get on your feet? I know it's hard. You know, it might be stressful facing a deadline. How can I help you? He just kept saying excuses. Like, you're a 30-something-year-old man. If I did that with a baby on the way, I worked 9 months hustling 2 jobs, moved 3 times. Like, come on. Like, no, like, you're a man. You can bust your butt out there. Didn't get no job in this whole time. Been sitting home eating my food. Must have ran out of his little bit of money because he was running to the fast food, ordering pizzas, all that, for like the first 2 weeks at the house. And I'm like, you spending $100 and something a week on food, and you need a place to live. Something don't add up to me. But you saying you don't got no money? So he's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. I said, when your time is up, your time is up. So the time is up. And so this morning, I'm giving my son a bath. He decides, he was getting smart. He said something smart to my mom. So I jumped into conversation, and I'm like, well, hold up. Like, she's right. And you can't be talking to nobody like that. I'm like, you can't be talking to nobody like that. Like, what are you getting disrespectful for? He starts cussing me out in front of my son. One, I don't have no cussing in my house in front of my child. And you ain't going to disrespect me when you don't pay no bills and you ain't got no money and you eating up my food in my house that you didn't pay for. So we get into it, like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not extending it a week. You're out. Get out of my house. You have to the end of today to get out of my house, or I'm calling the cops. And I meant that. So the only reason why I haven't started, like, I didn't call him right then and there because I was going to. I was like, my son is here. It might get like violent or something because my brother's crazy and he's spazzing out. Because for one, you know he's crazy to think he can get smart and cuss me out and think he's still gonna be sitting in my house. And so I was like, my son's here. I got to make sure my son is safe, and then I can do this process. And it's like, part of me is like, man, that sucks because he really don't got nowhere to go. But another part of me is like, no, because you keep burning your bridges with people. If you're going to be crazy by yourself. Like, I'll help you if you help yourself, but you're not wanting to help yourself, and you keep going through these modes. So he's like, I'm not going nowhere, and goes and locks himself on my 3rd floor. So this is what I've been dealing with all day. Nothing I needed to get done today got done. This is why I haven't been vlogging. I've been dealing with this stuff these past couple of days. I couldn't even enjoy my holiday, y'all. Like, I just been like, so, like, I'm not stressed out. I'm not even going to speak that over my life. I thank God for the Holy Ghost. I just been praying. I've been praying every night. Just about except for maybe one night this week where I dozed off. But I've been praying, and like, I'm done, y'all. Like, so lift me up in prayer. Lift me up in prayer. Seriously, I need it. My family needs it, because I don't know how this is going to go down. I pray to God it does not get physical. I'm praying. My mom is at the house now. He didn't already threaten my mom, like, got in her face, like he's going to do something to her. Like, come on, like, what is wrong? Like, he needs help. He seriously needs help. He has mental issues, and I regret the day that I let him into my house. I really do. I knew I should have said no, because it didn't feel right in my spirit, and I should have said no, and I didn't. So, like, y'all really lift me up in prayer. Continue to pray for me and my family. And that's what's going on. Because I know some people's like, no, don't put him out. Don't put him out. But if you really could see what was going on, like, he's cussed me out so many times. And I'm just like, God, thank God for the Holy Ghost. Because me before, we would have been in there fighting. And you would have been physically thrown out. Because I would have hit you with a cast iron skillet. I'm just saying. So I'm on my way to church now. I'm about to power praise and just ask God for wisdom in this situation and protection and a covering. But y'all pray, and don't let people into your house that ain't right. You go with what you feel in your spirit. Don't let people, because it's trying to get them out. Like, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a process, and I pray to God it's not, because as soon as look, I don't care if it got to get messy. Go ahead and go outside like you going to an interview, and I'm going to lock my doors, and you ain't getting back in because you ain't got no key or nothing. And you can call the cops if you want to, and they ain't going to let you back in. You ain't got no key. You don't live here. You ain't on the lease. I don't know you. You're breaking and entering. And that's how I feel, because, like, I can't do it. Like, I'm not going to live with someone like that. Like, I don't know if you're going to spaz out in the middle of the night. Like, I have my child here. No, I'm not going through that. And I know I talked really fast. I was trying to talk to my memory, didn't waste on my phone. But y'all, seriously, lift me up in prayer. Hope y'all had a good and happy Thanksgiving and had some fun Black Friday shopping. But y'all, I've been going through. So that's why y'all ain't been getting the vlogs. I know it's real consistent and then it stopped. But I've been going through some things, and I really just appreciate you guys lifting me up in prayer. I'm going to go pray as I've been praying and just woosah, because I'm up here. I'm up here with it. I really am.